What's up, y'all? This is I'm sorry that I didn't post a video for the last 2 days. It's been low energy a little bit and also busy with work. Um, yeah, the car accident definitely took more energetically out of me than I was thinking. Well, I'm sure. I mean, yeah, it's to be expected. But I needed to give myself a couple of days of just recharging my batteries within. So I'm back, and I'm happy to report that the cleanse is still going very good. Yesterday, I was starting to feel a little just like bored, I guess, with it. Um, not not in this any way like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, but more so I found myself looking at different things online for food that I would like to eat, making lists of things that I'm looking forward to having again. My birthday's coming up next month, and I was doing some time on Yelp trying to research a restaurant that I'd like to go to. So that's when I kind of caught myself thinking, okay, yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some more variety. Basically, the variety being just not having a shake at night, every night for dinner, and not having a shake every morning for breakfast. Um, Definitely will really focus on eating earlier, like how I'm doing now with the meal in the middle of the day, so that if anything at dinner time, it's something much lighter, maybe just like a salad at night, a light salad at night. Yeah, because that going to bed with all the food in the stomach is just, I don't want to go back to doing that. Definitely makes a big difference in the morning. I've noticed. I mean, my sleep patterns are pretty normal. The other, except for the other night, that was another reason why I ended up not doing the video, was because I stayed up really late doing some video editing and After Effects work. I was up until like 4 in the morning, and yeah, that whole all day yesterday, I was just so exhausted. Just can't. I don't think it's a good idea to be staying up that late anymore. I tend to be, when I'm healthy and clean and all this stuff like this. I tend to be much more of a morning person, which is fine by me. Like this morning, I woke up. I had to wake up earlier than I would think I'd like to wake up. I got up around 7 because I had to host a webinar for Uncle Bruce this morning. Um, and yeah, I'm just waking up earlier. Once I get out of bed, I have my matcha and take the dogs on a walk. Just just so much more fresh and energized first thing in the morning, and then by the end of the day, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. So yeah, the other night of staying up really early, late into the wee hours of the morning before the sun came up, doing video editing. Don't think I should continue doing that, or want to continue doing that. So yeah, last couple of days, food had like a chicken. It's basically a chicken noodle soup without the noodles, and just had some wild brown rice with that instead, and that was just wonderful, very tasty. And I love chicken noodle soup, or chicken soup in general, with the vegetables and the chicken and the broth, all that stuff. And yesterday I had that was the other day, and then yesterday I had a salad, pretty decent size, nice size salad. Um, Today I haven't eaten lunch yet. I'm working on some video stuff right now, but once this is done, I'm gonna go home and eat something. Not sure what yet. I kind of want to have a salad again, so I might do that. Yeah, and yeah, just feeling really good. I've lost 16 pounds so far since New Year's Eve, and I'm extremely happy about that. Want to continue doing that, and just the small portion sizes and having more salad, just more healthy stuff in general is my number one goal and focus now, is just to be as healthy as possible, which means not only taking vitamins and the supplements, but getting the electrolytes in, antioxidants in, having cacao on a regular basis. I have what I used to do before the cleanse. My normal daily wake up routine is to have water, but with spirulina, lemon, some MSM crystals, which is just naturally occurring sulfur, good for your skin and your nails and your hair and stuff like that. And I also use a mushroom mycelium mix from Paul Stamets, who's the like living embodiment of mushrooms on this planet. And then also some probiotic psyllium blend from Organic India. So what I do is I put all that into water and then I blend it into a NutriBullet. I advise if you're going to do this, don't bother stirring it. If you can shake it up or blend it, that's the best way to go, because the powders and everything, it just doesn't incorporate well into the water no matter how fast or hard you stir it. And then you end up just drinking clumps of spirulina and mushroom, and it just doesn't taste great. I've been doing it for so long that that doesn't faze me anymore, but like when people see me drink it in the morning, I drink it like medicine. I would drink like a full glass of it and just down it just to stay hydrated and get that natural immune support stuff in there. And people ask me, oh, it's like, what is that? And I tell them what it is. And they kind of want to have it, but I warn them. I'm like, I got to warn you, it doesn't taste good. It doesn't taste great. And then they're like, oh no, I don't want it. And then sometimes I've just like let people try it before I tell them that, and they are just disgusted by it because the spirulina has a very strong flavor, and it's not, we've been conditioned to believe that everything has to taste good. And you know what? I don't know. I think of it like medicine in the morning. It just hydrate me, give me all that stuff. So I haven't been doing that because with the cleanse, there's a hydrate packet that goes into the water. So I've been using that. And so I mentioned in a previous video that we found an alternative to that. It's basically the same thing. It's got electrolytes and nutrients and stuff. I don't think it has as high of a count as all the minerals, but it's still essentially the same thing. So it's a scoop of that in the water first thing in the morning. That's what I'm going to be doing with my matcha. And then at work here, I have an espresso machine, and I brought my NutriBullet and all of the spirulina stuff. So by the time I get to work, that's when I'll drink the spirulina concoction that I have. So I want to do what I'm doing now, plus the things I was doing, just to have as much immune support as possible. Obviously, the world is in the midst of all sorts of crazy health crisis right now, and America is one of the fattest, sickest nations on earth, and we have everything, yet we just don't do it. And there's a lot of excuses being made about why we can't be healthy, blah, 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 time, energy, money, whatever. You got to look at it like an investment. If you're investing in your health, I want to live healthy, happy life. I'm 33, going to be 34 years old. I'm at a point right now where I haven't been taking care of my health as consistently and prudently as I want to now. And I understand it's just as you get older, you got to do these things. I'd rather be proactive about it than to deal with health consequences later on. And, with all the people out there telling you need to protect yourself against viruses and you got to wear the mask and social distance and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, you know what? You got to do what you believe is going to keep you safe, whether or not these things are the most effective means of protecting yourself. Your belief about it is going to override it no matter what. So if you believe you're going to be healthy, and if you're going to believe you're going to be protected by doing these things, then good. That's better than not. But if you're going to do all those things and go out there and demand that other people are doing them, and you're not taking care of your health, you're not getting good sleep, you're not taking your vitamins, you're not putting anything into your system that's going to support growth and nutritional benefit, then what are you talking about? Yes, of course, belief has to do with everything, but it's almost like a really shoddy permission slip that you're writing yourself to just basically continue doing things the way that you used to do them, but have this illusion of safety and security and health when it's just totally not. So it's important that we not only protect ourselves from things that may hurt us or infect us or whatever, but we also have to be adding things that are going to help us grow, that are going to keep us healthy. Making sure we get enough sleep at night. It's important. And when you do something like a cleanse, you're much more able to identify what are the things that are affecting me in such a way. Like I've mentioned before, my dad doesn't have arthritis pain anymore because he's been doing this cleanse. And you got to wonder, like, what is the thing that's causing that? There's a lot of stuff he's not having in his intake now that he used to. And like anybody with a cleanse, like myself included, But once you're doing this cleanse and you start to reintegrate all these things, you'll be able to identify exactly what is it that's causing these issues. So uh, for me, it's like one of the things that I've been thinking about the last couple of days is sleep. Sleep is just it's super important, and to be sleeping at night. It seems kind of silly to say, it's good to sleep at night, but it really is. I've always considered myself a night owl, but that's just a different attitude of me. It's, if I mean, creativity. I have this belief that creativity comes at night, and it does. It's good to do that, but also, you got to make sure, like, if you're going to make that investment in your health, that you're actually following through on the steps. And that's what I'm, learning about in all different ways. So when you take a cleanse, or you have a cleanse, you get more in tune with your body, as I am getting more in tune with my body and how it feels and what things are affecting me, and when I know I'm full, when I know I'm not full, when I know I need to go to bed. And yeah, it's very simple. And I understand it's not easy for everybody, and this experience in particular is making it really special because I'm doing it with a group of people that we're all sharing in this experience. Community is everything. Community is the driving force of evolution. There's strength in numbers when you work together with other people, and you don't have to be in a field of discussion where if you're the only one doing a cleanse, everyone around you thinks you're crazy. It's just like, it's a lot easier to fall off the wagon, or to see it as a chore that you have to get over, and when you're done, then you can go back to the ways you were. I don't see this as a chore at all. Even though I felt really tired the last couple of days, I don't see this as something that I can't wait to be done with. I see this as laying a new foundation for my eating, for the way that I go through the day and think about what it is that I'm eating and consuming. It's building a new foundation, because we talk a lot about changing our lives. We talk a lot about being healthy. We have spurts of being healthy, and then it's like, again, back to the permission slips. Like, okay, I did a cleanse, and now I feel good about myself, which is like, okay, now I have permission to eat like crap because I feel good in this moment. A lot of times when people drink, they don't drink for a period of time, and then they think, okay, my reward for not drinking after all this time is I'm going to have a drink. It's like that kind of stuff. This is just not acceptable in my personal view at this point. And I don't want to tell anybody what to do or how they should conduct themselves. I just want to live my best, most integrity, highest integrity. And my personal hope is that by living this way, it'll inspire others, because I want to help people. I want when I discover something new, as you do too, I'm sure, anytime somebody finds something that works for them, they want to share it with other people. That's just human nature. So I want to do that. But over the years, I've learned through various other experiences that that's not necessarily the way to do it. Just because you learn something that works for you, don't go out and tell other people. In a way, I think personally, that's a distraction that takes away from focusing on yourself. So if you want to help other people, you got to take care of yourself, and trust that when you are living a happy, healthy life, that other people are going to pick up on it. It's kind of like your own personal little agreement with the environment, or the universe, or the creator, however you want to look at it, or God, or whatever. It's your own personal little agreement. You don't have to say anything, but it's just kind of like the wink that if I take care of myself, I trust that other people will start to want to take care of themselves too. We've been living in a world where everyone's out there trying to tell other people what they should or should not do, and it is just so against what I personally believe. And I'm really experiencing it on a personal basis now, on a very, very intimate level, especially with the food that I eat. So yeah, now I think about it, I think I'm going to have a salad today for lunch. And maybe find some gluten-free bread to make my own croutons. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Now, okay, the gears are turning in the head. The group. That's what I'm going to do. So thank you all for hanging in there and being with me, and forgive my lack of video posts for the last 2 days, but this counts. This is technically day 13 now. Wow, 13 days in the cleanse. I mean, we're definitely over the halfway phase, and as we joke about in our little WhatsApp group on the Clean program, time is just flying by. Well, I'll tell you, it definitely did not feel that way yesterday for me. Time was not flying yesterday. It was very, very slow, and that's again something to remember. When you're going through a cleanse and you're detoxing your system, you will feel more tired. I definitely experience that, and it's not all the time, but it comes in waves. And I'm really interested. It's like, what is the cause of that? The human body is a very complex system. All these integrated organ systems, and you got all these different cells, and they're all doing different things. You're a huge super organism, and the bacteria that is also in there. It's amazing how this whole machine works. And by doing a cleanse, it's like there's a communication with your cells and your bacteria and everything. Like, hey, let's all get on the same page here for a second. Because all of these organ cells, systems, bacteria, and everything, they all got consciousness of their own. And if everybody's running around within the system doing what they think is right, or there's no real coherence within the system, I think personally that's where illness and feeling like shit comes from. So a cleanse really gets everybody on the same page. So yeah, I'm feeling good, and definitely wanted to just check in and see how everybody's doing and let you know how I'm doing. Thanks for watching and subscribing and liking, and if not, I appreciate you if you followed me through all the way to the end of this video where we are now. So thank you again, and I look forward to tomorrow. I mean, I'm not just looking forward, I'm looking inward. I'm just looking and close my eyes. Every time I think I want to do something, it's like the opposite is very apparent to me, that's just as good too sometimes. So you know what? Let's just stop doing and let's just be together. All right. Thanks.